Hi everyone. So what I have for today is just how to use APE Man properly, okay? And so today's activity in your Google Slides, you're going to be asked to fill in a slide very similar to this. This is not the slide that is on your assignment. However, I do want you to get an understanding of how to fill in these blanks, okay? So what you're going to need is your slide, of course, which you'll have on your computer, a periodic table. There's one on the Google Slides. There's also one in your textbook, pages 128, 129. You can look one up on the internet. They all pretty much have the same information, and some scratch paper. Okay, so I just have some paper here. So I'm going to start by looking up some information on my periodic table. Okay, now I need to find all these different parts here. I need to find my atomic symbol, my atomic number, my protons, my neutrons, my electrons, and my atomic mass. And I'm going to use the process of APE Man. So APE Man, if we remember, and it's on slide 2, is atomic number equals protons, atomic number equals protons, equals electrons. Okay, that's APE. A equals P equals E. And then your man is mass minus atomic number equals neutrons. Okay, that's M minus A equals N. So A equals P equals E, and man M minus A equals N. Okay, APE man. So I'm going to use my periodic table and the information that's already been given to me to fill in this information. Okay, so for the first one, I have my atomic symbol. So my atomic symbol, if we look at the periodic table, your symbol is basically the two or the one letters that are representing the name of that element. Okay, so my symbol here. So I'm looking for Be, beryllium. So Be is right there. Okay, so my atomic number for Be, because it's already given to me, is a 4, right? My atomic number is the top number, so it says atomic number, right? It's the top number. My atomic number is 4. So up here, I'm going to write a 4 in my atomic number. The other piece of information I'm going to get from the periodic table is my atomic mass. My atomic mass for beryllium is, and you probably can't see it, let me zoom in a tiny bit. Oh, wrong way. Is 9.0122. So I'm going to round that 9.01. That's just 9. So I'm going to leave it at 9. Okay. And so those three pieces of information I'm getting straight from the periodic table. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And now I'm going to use APE Man to figure this out. So I'm going to go A equals P equals E. My A is 4, right? It's my atomic number. 4 equals, well, my P has to be 4 because they're equal. So 4 equals 4 equals 4. 4 protons, 4 electrons, because the atomic number is 4. So I come up here, I fill up my protons with the 4 and my electrons with the 4. Now I have to figure out my neutrons, and I'm going to use M minus A equals N. So I take my M, which is my mass number, my 9, minus A, my atomic number. Oh, I just noticed that's lowercase. It's still A. My A, which is 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. So my neutrons are 5. And I fill that in there. And so now I've completed my page, or my line rather. I'm going to go to the next one. And this time they didn't give me the symbol. Now they gave me the atomic number. Well, the atomic number, as we went over, is the top number. And so I'm just looking for what number was it? Number 17. And so they go in order, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just looking for number 17. Number 17 is right there. Chlorine, Cl, a mass of 35.45. So I'm going to use my symbol from there. I'm going to move it from there to here because it needs a symbol, capital C, lowercase l. My mass is 35.45. You can see it right there, 35.45. So I'm going to put it to 35. 35.4, we'll just leave it at 35. And so I'm going to then figure this out using APE Man. I'm going to come back here. My atomic number is 17. That means my protons are 17 and my electrons are 17. A equals P equals Z. 17 up here, 17 for my electrons, okay? Just make sure you're paying attention to your titles. And then I'm going to do man, 35 minus 17, right? Minus my atomic number. So let me do some math here. You can do it through subtracting like that, or you can use a calculator. It's perfectly fine to use a calculator. You get one on the test anyway, 18. And I'm going to put 18 in my neutrons, okay? Using the same process, using APE MAN. I'm going to go to my next example. My next example, this time they gave me the mass number, kind of jumping all over the place. Remember, my mass number is the bottom number, my atomic mass. So I need to find number 31. And so I'm just looking at the order. So 10.8, that's too small. 63.5, that's too big. So I'm going to focus right here where the numbers look about right. 26.9, that's too small. 28, too small. Here we go. 30.9. 30.9, I can round that to 31, and that's the number I'm looking for, is 31. So that means this element is phosphorus. Atomic number 15, symbol capital P. So I'm going to write my symbol, capital P. My atomic number, let me put this back up here. My atomic number is 15 for capital P. And so now I can start doing APE MAN to figure out the particles, the subatomic particles. My atomic number is 15. That means my protons are 15 and my electrons are 15. A equals P equals Z. 15 up here, 15 right here. Okay, remember all my positives and all my negatives are going to be the same. Okay, my charges are going to be the same. So then I do man. So I got to take my mass of 31 minus my atomic number of 15. And so I'll subtract 31 minus 15. You can use a calculator. You can do some long, not division, excuse me, some subtraction on paper, mental math, whatever works for you. And your neutrons are 16. So I put 16 up here. And that's a done deal. Finish the line. The last example I'm going to show you, this time, they didn't give you the symbol or atomic number or the mass. They gave you the protons. So now the part that I have is this part here. The protons aren't listed in the periodic table. So what do? If I know that protons are 8, I know they have to equal 8 atomic number and 8 electrons. I know that this has to be 8. And I know that my negative electrons have to be 8. But because I know the atomic number is 8, now I can go look for number 8 on the periodic table. Well, here's number 8 on the periodic table, oxygen. So I've identified the element using the proton number because it's the same number as the atomic number. Top number is the same as the protons. So capital O is my symbol, and my mass is 15.999. So I'm going to round that to 16. So my symbol is a capital O, and my mass is a 16. And now all I have to do is figure out my neutrons. I take 16 as my mass minus 8 as my atomic number, and my neutrons are 8. And so those are some of the basic examples you're going to get. And so I wanted to make sure you had some examples here for you to look at. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to message me on Schoology or send me an email, and I'll try to help you even more if you need it, okay? But let's just make sure you're following the process. Use your periodic table, and you're welcome to use a calculator as well. Thank you, guys.